Before you ask, no, I don't have any good news. I'm still in waitlist purgatory, still on 3 of my waitlists. May 2nd, last week, was when movement was supposed to start for a lot of people on the waitlist, and that's because people were narrowing down their list of schools. I don't know if it was the PTE, the plan to enroll date, or the CTE, commit to enroll. I kind of lost track of which one was when, but that's when people are supposed to narrow down their school list of acceptances to 3 and then down to 1. And so movement was supposed to start, which I already saw for some of my schools that I'm waitlisted for, so that's exciting. Hopefully that means I'll be one of those people soon. And right now I'm headed to work, so let's go before I'm late. So I'm done with work and it's not even 4 p.m. yet. I just got home. I've been doing this thing where I work from 7 to 3 p.m. now instead of 7 to 7 p.m. So I only work 8-hour work days and I try to work 4 to 5 times a week. So basically have a normal person schedule, I guess, as much as I could. And that leaves my evenings open for me to go to practice, to Muay Thai practice, which is really exciting because then I don't have to miss any practices. So we're home now and I have a little break before practice. That's it. So let's talk about what I've been doing so far to try and help myself get off these waitlists and into med school. So first school I was waitlisted for was my number 1 out of the 3 schools that I got interviewed at. And so immediately after getting waitlisted, I sent in a letter of intent. And as a lot of you guys probably know, it's a letter where you talk about how much you want to go to that one school, your commitment to going to one school, and if they give you that opportunity, you will take it, you will give up all your other acceptances. Basically, this is the one, and your intention is to go to this school. I put it in a little PDF letter, 4 paragraphs long, and just to briefly talk about how I structured it, I made the first paragraph just clarifying when I interviewed, when I was waitlisted, and what my intentions are, so how this is my clear first choice for my medical school education. Second paragraph, I left to talk about why this program is my number 1, what about it I specifically like. Third paragraph was about the mission of the school and its values and my values and how those intersect and align and how for that reason I can see myself going to that school. And the fourth paragraph was just closing. I submitted that to my first school, and after that I got waitlisted to my second school and I decided to submit in a letter of interest. And the only difference really is that letter of intent, like I mentioned, you talk about your intention about going to one school, and in the letter of interest you talk about how you're interested in going to the school, but you don't say the same things as this is my number 1 choice or I'm going to give up all my acceptances to go to this school. And I've basically been told that it's courteous to only send 1 letter of intent and be honest about sending it to only that one school that's your top choice and send letters of interest to all your other schools. And so it was very similar to my letter of intent, very similar structure. And I sent that to my second school, telling them that I was really interested in their program and all that stuff. And then a month after I submitted my LOI, my letter of intent, I decided that I should reach out to that school again because it's been a month and remind them that I exist, that I'm still very interested, and get my name back out there. So I wrote a really brief paragraph. It's very short, and I just reminded them of my interview and my hold, and talked about, once again, how much I wanted to go to that program. I talked about all the experiences that I've had and how I can contribute that to the community and to the program, and how I can just see it being a great fit for me. Yeah, and then I submitted that a month after I submitted my letter of intent. So far, those are the only 3 things I've sent, and I'm hoping to be able to send in some update letters, which is another great thing you can send, and that could be transcripts, that could be new activities, publications, anything like that you've been doing. The only problem is my top choice school doesn't actually accept updates, so I've had to be really careful about structuring my letters in a way that I don't actually update them on anything, and because of that I've only sent in a letter of intent and interest, a continued interest to that school. But with my other two schools, I am allowed to send in update letters. So far, of the things that I could potentially update them on, which I haven't drafted yet, but I could talk more about working at the hospital, which I do full-time. I could talk about my extracurricular filming project and how I've been spending a lot more time volunteering on that because that's my volunteer activity. I also started volunteering with the fire department, which I was interested in for a while, but I just didn't think I'd have time to do it. And I got that ball rolling, and so that's something I could also mention. And I've also had a new publication as one of the top writers, and that's another thing that I could add. So I feel like a pretty decent amount of updates. I could probably think of some other little things that I could add to bolster it as well, and I think that's something that I'm going to be sending out soon. The other thing that I remembered is you can also send in additional letters of recommendation, which I have to double check if these schools accept, but that could be another big thing that could potentially be that extra step that you need to get yourself out of the wait list. So that's all I did so far and all I'm planning to do. It's pretty much been my little update on what I've been up to and how I've been trying to get myself off these wait lists. So I'm gonna go get ready, go eat, and get ready for practice. I'm on my way to practice now, and I was driving and I was actually thinking about what else I could possibly do to help myself get off the wait list right now, especially for the one school that is my dream to go to. And I've had multiple people tell me to call the admissions office and try to do that and talk to somebody, you know, person to person versus just sending a letter and not really having a voice behind it. And that's an idea that I guess I've been toying around in my head, and I haven't decided exactly yet. I think I'm going to think about it, think about what I would ask and what I would say, and maybe at least call to see if I could even have the chance to speak to somebody in admissions, because I feel like it's not a guarantee, and they might just not even be able to answer any of my questions about the wait list or anything, or even want to hear what I have to say. But I'm gonna think about that, and I might give it a try this week. I'm all done with practice and I'm heading home. It's already dark, hence the really terrible lighting in the car. Maybe that's a bit better. This ended up being a little mini vlog of my day, and I really just wanted to share the things that I've been doing so far in terms of being on the wait list and how I feel and the things that I'm planning to do. Hopefully it was somewhat informative. Hopefully I'll be hearing back soon. Waitlist movement was supposed to really start last week, and I think it's supposed to be pretty good all throughout May until spots start filling up and there are less and less spots. So I'm hoping that May is going to be my month for at least one of these wait lists and for me to finally get accepted, and I'm going to do my best to, you know, stay in touch with the schools and do my best to have my name under and show them that I'm very interested, but at the same time try not to harass them. That's like my fear, that I don't want to bug the admissions. At the same time, I just want to show them that I really want to be a med student this year. And with this, my day pretty much came to an end, so I'm gonna go home now. Talk to you guys next time. I hope you all have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you later. Bye.